I used to have a Z125 and I was using these ODI lock-on grips, and it just came to me, I should have kept those grips and used them here on the Tuono. So we're going to install these ODI lock-on grips on the Tuono. The lock-on grips come with different cams that fit on your existing setup. These are 2-stroke, and it's got 3 for 4-stroke, so there should be one that fits the Tuono. I'm gonna paint this black, this throttle tube black, because that portion is gonna show a little bit just like it did on my Z125. So I'm gonna paint that black, and since I'm using weights on the end of the bars, I'm gonna have to knock out the ends or cut them out. I think that's what I did on the other one. So we're gonna get started with that right now. So you can see here what I did to mask it off, just so I can paint it. Now this is what it looks like painted black. Now I'm going to remove these old grips. Look at that one. These are really good feeling grips. They have a hard inner part and a soft outer. They feel really good even when you're wearing gloves, because you know when you're wearing gloves you still can feel what's under your gloves. You can feel these grips, you can feel the regular grips, but when you feel these, it feels so much nicer, and it will be locked into position. No need for glue. These feel really well. With 3mm, get the clamp opened up. We'll do a little test fit. It's a tight fit on these Pro Taper bars, so I'm gonna shave down the ends just a little bit, add a little WD-40 for lubricant. Looks like it's best to file down these gnarls a little bit. You may not have to do these on your bars if you have the OE bars, or some without these heavy gnarls. Put our locking bolt back into position. Remember, 3mm. Gotta use your own judgment on tightening. Now, keep in mind that these aren't completely locked, but they're not going anywhere. Now let's get after that throttle side. You got these 2 4mm up here that you're gonna break loose. mind, this is just a cap, okay? Nothing special. All it is a cap. Now here's where we're going to take off the two cables. We got the throttle pull and the throttle return. We're going to use a 14 mil to crack open the locking nuts on the bottom to free up the cables a little bit. Just to give us a little pivoting room to work with so the cables can move around. On the throttle pull side, which is the front side here, there's an adjuster. This is where we can create some slack. Give yourself an 8 and a 10. Keep those on either side. This way we'll know what's what. Now we got to find a matching cam. Nope. This one's possible. This one's possible. This one actually might work because the holes are really close, as you can see. And that's going to be cam J. I think we're going to go this way with it. Look at here. Yeah. I think we're going to go this way with cam J. I think that's going to work. We don't have to worry about this part too much. Almost looks like cam A would work too. Cam B, definitely not. Way too tall. So cam J and cam A, not much difference. Looks like cam A is a perfect fit. Same circumference all the way around, as you can see. Can you see that? It's kind of hard to see. Same circumference all the way around, but if you look at cam J is a little bigger. So we're going to stick with cam A. Remember, we painted this guy so it wouldn't look so bad. Make sure you install the cam correctly, not backwards, but like this. See where the larger hole is? It's a little bit more oblong or oval. It's not round. So make sure you install that correctly. And just snap it in place. Let's put all this back together. I took the cam off because a lot of times it'll make it easier to put the cables on with the cam off of the throttle tube. Now you can just slide your grip on. Make sure you seat that throttle tube. Alright, we're gonna put our cap back on. Alright, after putting this back together, I noticed that this cam, the end of the cam, is bottoming out right here. Okay? And when you look at the OE one, it's shorter it's a little shorter. So what I'm gonna do a little modification. I'm gonna trim this down a little bit right here. The part I'm gonna trim down is right here, because if you look at the OE one, it ends here, this one ends way here. So I'm gonna trim it down to about right on the A. I think that should be good. A cam is the right cam, but it's got to be trimmed down to match right here, right in this area here, right in this area right here. It's got to be trimmed down, okay, because that's longer on the ODI part. The ODI cam is a little bit longer, so we're going to trim it down to match. Alright, what I've done is I've marked an area. I've marked the spot where I need to cut, and I'm just going to use a razor blade. Here's a look at where I'm at. So I just kind of drove it through, and then I'll come down that way with it with the razor. As you can see, it bottomed out. That's as far as you need to go. So if you can't see any more light through there, you'll know you're at the bottom. Pretty simple. Alright, you can see where I cut it down. I cut it down right at the M. Okay? So that's where I chopped her down. As you can see, right at the M. And we'll see if this works. Alright, we got another modification that's needed here. I'm going to try this out. It's a little thick in this area here. So what I'm going to do is try to flatten this out a little bit. Not even a millimeter, half of a millimeter. Let's give that a try. Alright, I sanded this down. Now we're going to see how this fits. You should get a lot better snap now. I'm going to tighten up the cable, take some of the slack out of the cable. Now, let's put the cap back on, screw it down. Make sure we get it into position. I like to leave these two screws up here level with the cap level. Do not over tighten. These lightweight parts will bust on you if you over tighten them. There we go. That's solid. Alright, like I said, I'm going to run this without the weights and see how it works. So everything is good. Highly recommend it. Remember guys, Christ is coming back soon, so get with a local church, get saved, stay prayed up. This is Fox Fader, and I approve this mod. Thanks, I'm out.